welcome you guys to Dartmouth Memorial Stadium here for a great matchup today. Coming into town, it's the New Bedford Whalers field hockey going off to face against the Dartmouth Indians. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2024-25 sports season for Dartmouth Athletics. My name is Ben Smith. I'm glad to be here for another season with you guys, and we got a great one on tap for today. As you guys know, last year a lot of Indians left for Dartmouth. Grace Haskell being one of them, graduated in the spring. Now she's playing at Merrimack College, along with Callie Rose, Samantha Souza, and a bunch of other players as well. Julia Karen being a part of that team as well. Along with that, this is pretty much a brand new roster, some young talent on the team. We see some young freshmen as well. We have one freshman and some sophomores, so we're excited to see them make their debuts today. Along with that, the Indians are going to be facing between the pipes today. Abigail Zareve is out. So that means Farrah Neves will be the goalie today. This is her first start as the goalie for the Indians. All right, right now it is 3:57. Temperature right now is 75 degrees, sunny skies today, and here we go. The 2024 fall season is underway for the field hockey team. As looks like it was Hops down the corner. Now Avery Smith on the attack. A stick change here. And Almeida taking it away. Almeida on the attack. Near side. Bobbled away. And a great save right in front. Another second chance opportunity. It's Madeline Segwick. Right in front, too. Great defense. What a great defensive start. The fight for the rebound. Look at this. Excellent opportunity there from Dartmouth and great defense from New Bedford. Santo taking it away for Dartmouth and whistle blown, and they're going to call a foul on her. Possession will stay in favor of the Whalers. So now it's Hannah Blanchard on the attack, coming on defense with the steal there. Great steal from Isabel Renzo, the freshman. Glad to see her get some reps. Almeida down the field. Here she comes. Spin away loose and turnover there from New Bedford. Renzo taking it over. And it's stolen away once again. Along with that, with Farrah being between the pipes today, we also have the goalie for New Bedford. We didn't get her last name, but her name was Trinity, and this is her. She's a sophomore as well, and taking her first rep as a goalie for the Whalers. The Whalers take over here. Hannah Blanchard. And taken away. Ball is loose and possession will go to Dartmouth. Kalen Zuber with the wing and a prayer down the field. Almeida with the attack, trying to steal it away from Tatiana de Cruz. Possession will stay in New Bedford's favor. And just a small roster for New Bedford, as it's pretty much the whole team for them. I spoke to Coach today. I'm like, that's your starting roster? He was like, that's your starting lineup? And she was like, that's not the lineup. That's the roster. With the Boston accent. On the attack, a kick away from the goalie out to Segwick. And that's going to be a turnover. New Bedford taking it over. Stick check there from Segwick. Ariana Tiu tried to take it away. Now Zuber spin fakes her way through traffic. She has an open Santo, doesn't connect with her that time around. Piper Reese over to Beyondard. And Farrah kicks that one away, and it will go out of bounds. Possession will stay in favor of the Whalers. And Lancaster clears it out of her own zone. Off to the near end. Segwick. And look at this defense. Brooke Santo, along with Emily DaCosta. Never giving up on that opportunity there. Ooh! Running into traffic. Off to the near zone. Almeida in the middle of the traffic. Trying to chase that one down. Almeida on the attack. Almeida. Shot deflected. No good. And now she wants to go for another chance opportunity. And it's taken away by Reese Alves Ford. I'm friends with her on social media, so like her username is Bella, so possession will stay in favor for New Bedford as well. And Avery Smith down over to the near field to Almeida. Almeida on the attack. Almeida going inside. Almeida, the Toss, no good. Rebound there from Renzo. And a fight for the ball. Great defense for New Bedford. It's still going to stay in favor of Dartmouth as... Let's look at an instant replay here. As Almeida looked like she was going to Segwick. Great opportunity there from the goalie. Although she's a sophomore, she's pretty much looking like a junior or senior today for the Whalers. Zuber, shot deflected and off of Almeida, and that will go to New Bedford. Santo right in front. Sticking foul there for her. No, it's against the Whalers. No one just realizes that we just got new nets this year, and it looks so... It's so cool. Shot deflected away. And the rebound there. Santo trying to get the rebound, and it's still going to stay in Dartmouth's favor. One thing I really noticed is that New Bedford's defense is not giving up so far. Their goalie has been looking pretty sharp as well. Off to Santo. Santo, shot off the net, and ooh, great save there. Look at Santo's shot. Off the rebound from Segwick, and it hit the post. Stolen away from Zuber. Zuber spins away from traffic. Zuber on the attack. Out to the near end. Shot in the end. That was Zuber, I believe, who scored. No, it was Avery Smith. Avery's first goal of the season for the Indians. And the Indians strike first with a 1-0 lead over the Whalers. Segwick on the attack. Down the near field. Here she goes. There's a Smith. And Renzo. Off to Almeida. Sydney Almeida. Over the near end. Smith! Another goal for Smith! 2 goals in under a minute. And the Indians are at a 2-0 lead. Let's look at a replay. Great rebound. And that is Almeida's first assist on the year for her. And Avery Smith with 2 goals already in her debut. Season debut, to be exact. And Corinne Hops steals it. And now Segwick down the field. And Hops again, stealing it again. Corinne Hops. Deflected away from Zuber. Zuber will send it down the field, megging over to Smith, and we go for a penalty opportunity here for the Indians. A shot deflected and stolen away. Hops and turnover here. And it's stolen away from New Bedford. This is Yuritsa Bellin. And it's stolen away from Zuber. Kalen Zuber on the attack. A bad pass over to Corinne Hops, who just lets that roll out of bounds. Off to the near end. Blanchard clears it out of her own zone. Abby Lancaster. Great defense there from Abby Lancaster, too. That's why they put many young people at the defensive position. Ooh! And Almeida down the field. She has a 3-on-2 opportunity. Stolen away there this time around. That is Rodriguez Ivy. And that will run down the clock. Renzo was trying to go for the attack, but that will end the quarter. 2-0 Dartmouth lead over the New Bedford Whalers. We'll be right back right after this. All right, welcome back, everybody, to this action of Dartmouth field hockey against their crosstown rivals, the New Bedford Whalers. Ben Smith on the call for you guys today. And so far, Dartmouth has put up 2 goals over the Whalers in the first quarter. Thanks to Avery Smith, the Indians have a 2-0 lead. She has 2 goals on the game so far for her, and great start to her junior year as well. Along with that, so much young talent on the team. We got Madeline Sedgwick. She is a sophomore, and she is pretty sharp so far. And speaking of Avery Smith, here she goes on the attack, and it's taken away there. Zuber on the attack, loses possession. A check there. It's taken away from Zuber. Zuber on the attack. Shot. No good. And rebounded. Ooh! Dangerous play there from Isabel Renzo. Renzo again, still on the attack. Stolen away. Renzo over to Almeida. Almeida looks. Here she goes. Out and no good on the pass as it's deflected away. And we're going to have a shot coming up for the Indians. And they're going to take it from behind the net. Over to Zuber. Zuber loses it for a minute. And it's off to Almeida. Almeida. Backhand shot, no good. Another shot. Fight for possession. They're not giving up, and it is in! And that goal, I believe, was Almeida who scored there. No, that was Avery Smith, her 3rd goal of the day. 4 goals for Avery Smith. 3 goals, correction. I'm looking at her number. 3-0 Dartmouth over the Whalers. They have a substitution change coming in. Brooke Santo back in. Corinne Hops out. Bree Waite in for Dartmouth. And Renzo comes out. Isabella Renzo will be a good lacrosse player coming next season. And, she already has 4 years on her belt. And this is probably going to be the best 4 years for girls lacrosse as well under her. Seamus is going to have a good gift with this player as well. Brooke loses possession, and it's taken away from Reese. Zuber knocks it out of bounds. Pass it over near end to Blanchard. And it's stolen away from Lancaster. Yep, and it's a turnover. A wing and a prayer. Lancaster over to Almeida. Almeida, the speedster, down the field. Call her Lightning McQueen with all the piston cups. And a turnover there for the Whalers. And it's stolen away by Alice Ford. And a turnover for the Whalers. Down the field, the Indians go. Out of bounds there off on Zuber. Lana Jones. Over to the near end, Lancaster trying to steal it away again. Another opportunity. She does steal it away, and she wanted to go to clear it out of her own zone. And it's off of Lancaster again, and the Whalers will take over. It's stolen away from Smith. Back over to Almeida. Sid Almeida down the field. She goes. Spinning away. Loses her possession. Almeida again. Almeida back over to Smith. Smith trying to make it 4 on the day, but she loses it. Alice Ford trying to go attack on defense. Pretty much we have a good week ahead of us so far. Regarding sports, we got football on Friday, and then it's Bishop's Stang, and the next week we have an action-packed week for some sports as well. Starting on Monday, we have volleyball against New Bedford. I'll be on the call for that, and also you'll be listening to me on Friday as well for girls soccer against Somerset Berkeley. Two good teams in the South Coast going to clash it out on Friday, and then right after that, Jim Paul and Andy will be doing the Braintree Dartmouth game. So pretty much action-packed couple of weeks for DCTV. Almeida trying to spin away from traffic, but she couldn't get the shot off in it. And they will bring it up in their own zone and try to do it one more time around the horn. Shot, Santo, no good. Substitution, Reese Al's Ford is coming out, and Brianna Waite back in. They also like to call her Bree Waite as well. And with that, number 15, Lily Robert, the sophomore, going back in for the Indians. And another substitution change for New Bedford. Violet Lopes is out, and number 20, Lana Jones, back in. As Abby Lancaster will shoot it from the 30-yard line. And we'll go all the way down the field. and out of bounds. One thing I can say this year is that the football team's going to be looking pretty scary as well. Ooh, and Almeida trips up there. That was a weird fall by Almeida. Glad to see that she is back up on her feet. Coming from a guy who had knee injuries, I thought that was just kind of weird to watch for a minute. It was scary to watch, pretty much, for a minute. Bree Waite trying to go attack on defense, trying to steal possession from Dartmouth, and takes a stick check, and she'll be called for a foul, and then New Bedford will take over as this is Blanchard. We'll bring it down the field. Piper Reese back over to Blanchard. And still turned over. And shot deflected. Farrah Neves kicks that one away. And so far, Farrah Neves has looked solid on defense. And she hasn't done any action today pretty much. Only 3 saves today for the Indians. Tongue twister there. Just to let you know, we're all on spring training. Just came off a long summer. No, it was a long it was a fast summer for sure, but went to Dean College summer program over the summer. It was such a fun camp. Went to commentate some soccer games for the New Bedford Hyannis Harbor Hawks, and that game was pretty interesting. Falmouth took the win that day. I think they played Falmouth, and it was good to see all those college scouts. There was one, not college scouts, but there was MLB scouts from around the country. I know there was one from San Diego and there was one from Tampa Bay. There was one that was going top 15 in the next year's MLB draft. And, it was such a fun time that we did over at Dean College over the summer. We did play-by-plays for that as well. And just a great opportunity just for colleges just to see how I'm doing in my play-by-play and see how I am progressing as well. Brooke Santo stealing that one away as well. But I miss my boys, although they're most of them are around the country. One of them, actually 2 of them, are based out of New England. One's from Michigan, and then one is from Colorado. So we had a fun week there. We had a lot of laughs out of it. For sure, we had a lot of laughs, I could tell you that right now. Especially prepping for that game. There was one meaning in baseball. They said corn in the can or something after they make a fly out. And it was just so much funny stuff that they said. One girl was like, "You blew it like Big League Chew." And then for the rest of camp, we called her Big League Chew. And then afterwards, we met Ian Steele and Nick Coit, who is ABC 6 reporters. I had a little bit of laughs out of it because they would talk about a little bit of the Friars and like how their opportunity was. And John Rook, who is the voice of the New England Patriots and the voice of the Providence Friars, ran the camp, so he knew a lot of people. So like we did Zoom calls with Tim Neverett, who is a voice announcer for the LA Dodgers. I asked him, like, do you talk to players before the games? Do you talk to the manager? He was like, yeah, I do talk to Dave Roberts, who's the manager for the LA Dodgers, and I usually talk about the kids, and like I stick for Almeida. That was one thing I asked him though, and like he mentioned about Joe Kelly and like how he played in Houston. Like Houston does not like Joe Kelly, especially after 2018, after the Red Sox beat them. So he gets a lot of backlash every time he goes up to Houston. Final seconds tick off in the first half, and that will wind down the first half of action here at the stadium. 3-0, the Indians put up 1 goal in the second quarter, and we'll be back right after this and just after these commercial breaks. Do not go anywhere. And we welcome you guys back to the Dartmouth Memorial Stadium. 3-0 score entering the third quarter here in action. Ben Smith on the call for you guys today. And so far, my first half stats, not stats, but my opinions on the first half is that the New Bedford was on a hot streak on defense until that first 3 goals from Avery Smith. And so far, they've looked like they've fallen off a cliff on that. Along with that, Dartmouth really is really good on the attack so far. They're changing zones, and they hope to really improve in their not improve, but gaining their score right now. Extend their lead. That's what I meant to say. Zuber down the field. Ooh! All of a sudden, this is turning into football. Kaylin Zuber gets rear-ended there. Actually, rear-ended her. Shot from Almeida, deflected away. And the rebound is loose, and Renzo will let that one go. Ball deflected away. Abby Lancaster trying to steal possession, and possession will be, and it's a turnover here as Abby Lancaster will take it away for the Indians. Down the field here, Almeida spinning away from traffic. Almeida deflected away, shot no good, and that will go down the field. A great stop there from Renzo. Almeida trying to fight the ball back, and it's kicked away from the goalie once again. All right, and a turnover there for the Indians. New Bedford takes over. Bellin. And it's stolen away there from Renzo. Smith back to Renzo. Renzo will toss it over to Almeida. Almeida has to clear her zone. She spins away from traffic. Back over. And shot there from Santo. No good. Rebound there. Santo tried to go for another opportunity. Segwick trying to get the shot. And defense prevails there. Ooh, another awkward fall there by Emma Silva. Abby Lancaster will swing it right down the field out to Segwick. Segwick trying to keep it in zone, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be a turnover for New Bedford. Oh, it actually will stay in Dartmouth zone. It looked like they were pointing in New Bedford's direction, so Ooh. Hannah Beyontrud. Here she goes on the attack. And the shot wide to the right. And they'll have another opportunity on offense. Shot deflected. And the Indians trying to take it over. Brooke Santo. It's deflected, and it will still stay in favor of New Bedford. This is Jaruchi Bank. Her toss over to the near end to Bellin. Bellin trying to get it back, and then turnover here. And a turnover here for the Indians as we reach the 8-minute mark in the third quarter. Down the field here is Almeida. Almeida has open room. Almeida with the 2-on-3 opportunity for the Indians. She loses possession. And Renzo trying to take it over. Renzo loses it. Renzo trying to keep it in bounds. And it rolls. Almeida trying to pick it up. Almeida, backhand shot, no good. And Segwick trying to go get it for the Indians. Clearing it out of the zone. Smith, back out to Segwick. Kicked away. And then a free shot opportunity for the Indians. Sedgwick. Back to Santo. Brooke Santo. Stolen away from Santo. Now down the field. New Bedford trying to go back on the attack, and now stolen away from Santo again. Santo trying to fight for it. Along with that, it was Peyton Souza. And Abby clears it out of the zone. Down the field, here is Sedgwick. And it's stolen away there by DaCosta. Emily DaCosta. Abby Lancaster will take it out for the Indians. And Santo out and Zuber back in. Sedgwick trying to get her first goal of the season now. Here's Smith. Batted away. Smith rebounds it. All over to Renzo. Now Almeida. Shot no good. And it looked like it was off the stick of Almeida. No. Robert taking it away. And a turnover for Dartmouth. Oh, New Bedford takes it over. Another turnover here for Robert. Loses it for a minute. Robert will clear the zone. And here's Renzo. Renzo to Almeida. Almeida over to near end. No! A near goal opportunity there. That was May Amaral, who is a freshman. Would have had her first goal of the game today. Actually, her first goal in her high school career right there. Lily Robert is out. Alves Ford back in for the Indians. Almeida. Somebody's car horn is going off right now. And I hope it's not mine. Doesn't look like it. Stolen away there from Sylvia. Silva, correction. It's stolen away from Smith, and she loses possession. Although this is a 3-on-1 opportunity here. You got an open Almeida. Oh, and that's going to run out the quarter. Great idea of running off the quarter there. And the Indians are up 3-0. No score in that quarter. Let's see what the fourth quarter brings us. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to the final stretch of this match between the New Bedford Whalers and the Dartmouth Indians. Ben Smith on the call for you guys today, and we're hoping you guys are having a great evening with us. As we are already an hour down from our game, we have another 15 minutes left of this match. So far, Dartmouth is up 3-0 over the opponent, over the Whalers right now. Along with that, Dartmouth has just been really good on offense and really good on the attack, clearing it out of their own zone. And Neves has been quiet between the pipes today for the Indians. Just how you know their defense is really it. Almeida down the field. Here she goes on the attack as she loses possession. Almeida trying to track it down. Make a stick check there. She ends up trying to steal it away, but her Hops deflects it out of bounds. Curran Hops on defense now, stolen away, and it's out of bounds. Pass deflected, stolen away from Sedgwick. Indians will have possession. Avery Smith and a turnover here on Dartmouth. deflected away and turnover for the Indians. Almeida tried to go for the attack. And Lancaster still with the phenomenal defense there. Lancaster trying to get in the mix there again, and Zuber loses it for a minute, and a turnover here for New Bedford. Coming down the field now is Abigail Sprisser, and it's stolen away from Marie Salsford. Zuber tried to steal it there. TU does. Ariana TU. And Cedric. And Almeida indicated to Maddie and said, I'm open, I'm open. It rolls out of bounds there. Ooh, I was just those golf ball moments when you're just waiting for that ball to, or actually football, when you're just waiting for that ball to roll, make its last bounce until it reaches towards the goal line and gives the other team pretty bad possession within the 10-yard line of their own territory. And almost a goal there for New Bedford. That would have changed a lot of things so far if that goal is in. Going down the field, here's Almeida. Almeida on the attack. Here she goes. Ooh, Almeida spinning away. Rebound here, May Amaral. And the goalie kicks it away. That's a great play from the goalie. And totally megged out Sid Almeida for a minute. Abby Lancaster will clear it out for the Indians. She'll send it over to Smith, and it's turned over. And it's out of bounds. 9:15 left remaining here, and we hope you guys are enjoying your evening. Such an action-packed week or two ahead of us with football. We have a game Friday night between Dartmouth and Bishop Stank. I believe Jim Thompson will be on the call for that as well. And then I'll be doing volleyball on Monday, and then Friday, volleyball on Monday against New Bedford and their home opener, and pretty much a new team, new start for the Indians. And along with that, next Friday, we have girls soccer between Somerset Berkeley. And today we did the girls soccer media day in Pilates class, and I was there all pace period, and they were doing TikTok dances, and then they wanted me to do some pictures as well for on their camera that they had. And looks like Farron Neves will come out. Paige Martins will come in for the Indians. A quick change for a goalie. And so far, Farron Neves is looking pretty decent for the Indians. Looked pretty decent today. Sedgwick over to Almeida. Almeida slap shot, left side. Over Almeida. It's deflected and it's kicked out of the way by the goalie, and Almeida will have another chance. The Indians will have another chance, and Almeida should be one of the players to do it for the Indians and try to get that job done and score another goal. And now that they're on the left side, they can possibly make up a play and get Zuber over to Almeida. High stick. A miscue there for New Bedford. They thought they were going to go for... they thought they were going to have possession there, but... in that chance... New Bedford takes over now. And it's Piper Reese. And back over to Dartmouth. Dartmouth, 2 new subs back in. Bree Waite and Emma Silva back in for Corinne Hops and Reeves Alsford. .452 left remaining. Sedgwick trying to take the ball away from the defender as Zuber trying to play some defense here. And she steals it away. That's why I don't mess with Zuber. That's what they say. May Amaral! She scores her first career high school goal! There it is. And that's one that's going to live for a lifetime for her. Especially your first goal is televised now. Her first career high school goal. And the thing is, Almeida was a pretty good player last year in the playoffs for the Indians. You know, in most case scenarios last year, the Indians didn't really have to rely on Grace Haskell all the time. They had Almeida most of the time on their offense. The Indians were undefeated last year in field hockey, and they're trying to keep that streak going this season. Although this is a new roster, this is a pretty new team for them. They still got a lot of ways to improve as well. And that's one thing we talked about with the players this week, is that they had a lot of stuff to improve on both standpoints. Almeida on the attack. There she goes, spinning away. Almeida shot, no good. Ball rolls out of bounds, and New Bedford will take over. We're just under 3 minutes to play here in this contest. 4-0 Dartmouth. After a May Amaral goal, the Indians score in the fourth quarter here in just under the final 5 minutes. Almeida takes the shot wide to the right. Almeida again. Almeida away. Zuber shot, no good. Kicked out, back to Zuber again. And Avery Smith trying to steal that away. The Indians will have possession now. And to pretty much maybe look at it, this game just might be over for the Indians. I know they're at a great position right now. Almeida, slap shot, no good. Dishes it out to the near end to Lancaster. May Amaral. A rebound. Shot is in! Kaylin Zuber. A goal there for Kaylin in the last minute of the game, and the Indians a great shot there from Kaylin Zuber off the rebound. The Indians extend their lead to 5-0 for people across the pond there. Almeida. And the final seconds ticks down for this contest. The Indians will become victorious and move on to 1-0. Meanwhile, New Bedford falls to 0-1 on the season. And they're going to just wind down this clock. And the Indians will improve to 1-0 on the year. As field hockey, a new revamped team, becomes victorious today, along with Avery Smith with 3 goals today, and May Amaral with 1, and Zuber with 1 as well. Final score for that is 5-0. Final thoughts on the game is the Indians just really on offense is really playing well, really attacking well, and they got a lot of things to work on along the way. Got to give props where props is due to New Bedford. They played a hard-fought game today against the Indians. I know it was a tough one for them, but they are off. They're going to get better and better as the season progresses. From our entire crew here at Dartmouth Community Media, Chad Amaral, director, our cameramen, John and Dan, I'm Ben Smith saying so long, everybody.